And here on the set of the latest cowboy movie. Wow. Camera's running, take your time.
Thank you to Explorers Connect for bringing us all together.
Except me.
On the Unpeeled adventure.
Yeah, I've just realised we're not actually in the shot
Fuck
by
the
looking at
system.
the camera.
Yeah,
Really?
from my arm.
The yearning, the dream, paddle the Canadian wilderness. The group, 6 strangers. The challenge, wilderness, weather, wildfires, beasties, bears and bugs. The adventure, over 1,000 miles over the continental divide and Arctic Circle, 2 time zones and 6 river systems. The North Canadian wilderness where there's no easy way out. The team. The COVID lockdown offered me the opportunity to plan the trip of a lifetime. I advertised on the Explorers Connect website for teammates for a challenging once-in-a-lifetime experience. Only 6 weeks before departure, it was clear one of our team had long COVID, and we decided to advertise for a last-minute replacement. After 24 months of logistics, planning and training, we advertised again on Explorers Connect and found our replacement teammate. To get to the start of this adventure is an adventure in itself. Fly from Scotland to Canada, fly to Whitehorse, get our canoes and buy supplies in Whitehorse, fit out our canoes, weigh all our kit and double check the weight. From Mayo we strap our boats to a float plane including all our food and kit, and we fly to Elliot Lake. Then our remote wilderness adventure begins.
That is a forest fire. That has been what's carried the smoke all the way through. Well, we've meandered 60 kilometres through the mountains today, and you can see the haze and through there. That's all to do with that fire. Oh, it's flooding. It's alright, you paddle, keep paddling left. Keep doing what you were doing. Yep. Lovely. Lean into it, lean into it, lean into it. That's it. Tree!
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 They hit the hole.
Have they? Eddie out over there.
Dave, do you want to go down with a light? For a story in case you need it.
Do you want to do the line? I'll to help him. Stand on standby with this line and I'll help him.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go and take this.
Aberdine Canyon. Aberdine Canyon has class 5-6 rapids leading to Aberdine Falls. To avoid this section requires an 8-kilometre portage. We scout the area to try and find the old rough track. After a morning of searching and starting to clear a path, I notice only 10 metres away a small cairn with a vague hint of a track. Due to COVID and no one having paddled the route for years, it was overgrown, boggy, areas of muskeg and treacherous hummocks, and full of vicious swallow-sized mosquitoes.
So this is the start of the drop down to Aberdeen Canyon, which from here on in becomes grade 3, 4, 5 and death. So we're going to get out and haul our boats for the next 10 kilometres. Boats, food, camp kit, the whole shebang.
We can't wait!
Whee! Some of us can't wait.
I should say, I was really happy to take the red bag and carry that for an overnight bag, but I hadn't realised it would weigh so fucking much. So if people don't mind helping a wee bit just by taking an item out of it, that'd be nice. It's
Yeah.
lazy.
Or,
Yeah, I'm going to...
did you hear that? I went to leave the coffee pot.
Coffee pot?
Yeah,
How am I supposed to
exactly.
do anything tomorrow?
I know.
Coffee pot doesn't weigh anything.
Let's just not tell them we'll carry it with us.
Take it.
So boys, what are we doing today?
Hauling canoes. Hauling.
And more.
Hauling.
More.
Hauling.
Fucking killer.
Stop!
Left.
An inch that way, Tom. That's it.
Hey! Aye. See that again?
Then you get a look. There's quite a few mosquitoes about. I don't know if you can see that. It's hard work hauling. Oh. It's hard work hauling. It's hard work sitting still. So it's time for lunch.
Hey! Thomas.
Hi.
And the saying, well, that nearly killed me. Let's just fix my hair on a screen. Oh, still a dapper, handsome chap I was before I started though. Go, I'm fucking running to keep up with him. He's off. The boat's gone. Thomas, I'm so impressed, mate. I'm so impressed.
Hauling canoes.
Thomas, you're a fucking master, mate. What's that? Oh, you've cut that tree in half.
Hauling canoes.
Need a break again. Yeah. Well, you're getting to the steep bit, Tom. Okay, let's maybe swap over.
Yeah.
Dave.
There is a steep part.
Okay, great, because we might have to go and get the belay from the girls and bring it back up.
Imagine they were set up for this. Tom, that was fucking gargantuan, mate.
Right, they're good fishing, guys.
Once we get going, Tom, if you turn it off until you've done your belay and then turn it back on again, that'd be great.
So off for the belay.
Yeah, so just leave both hands.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to get you. I think I'm going to try and get you action shots. coming down through that canyon, through that little gap there. That was really gnarly today. Big standing waves, eddies, twists and turns. But you can't see it from here. Still pressure, isn't it? Not many people been here, guys. You're getting the first hand view. And that tomorrow morning is our first job, getting through those rapids. There's Tom. Tom's doing a bit of maintenance. Hey Tom. Just losing it, bud. Oh, sorry Tony. That was Tony again. Different side though. That's somebody else stripping off on the beach. They're all getting caught on camera tonight. People will think I'm doing things deliberately. Unbelievably gorgeous right now. You would not believe what we came here. Got a Jones. What's they got to say for the sin?
It's a Brabrecht, beautiful day.
Whee!
Crossing the Arctic Circle. Spotting a Canadian flag, the first sign of life for weeks, we stop at the monument of the Lost Patrol and pay our respects. We are now just 40 kilometres from Fort McPherson.
Where are you, man?
What you up to, man? I'm just putting my watch on for going kayaking there.
We've been fantastic, brilliant hosts. They've fed us, watered us, washed us, let us use their washrooms, their cooking facilities. They've been an amazing bunch of people, which we've found pretty much the whole of the place of Fort McPherson has been.
The peeling of the unpeeled. It is here our group splits. Why? It's different ages and attitudes, the last minute addition to the team, opinion over experience, committee over experience and leadership, the menu, whinges. Dave and I headed off. The Scots Explorers.
And now we can see the Richardson Mountains coming into view. This is where we're headed. Beautiful, clear, crystal mountain waters and stunning mountain views ahead.
The next part of the trip is up the Rat River, crossing the Continental Divide. The Gwich'in name for the river translates to the river inside the mountain. Initially slow, silty and wide, we paddle upstream. Lagoons here are home to thousands of beavers. It is windless and full of vicious mosquitoes. They are big and fierce and bite so hard they penetrate our bug suits.
See that? We've reached the mountains at last. 8 days up the Rat River. A couple more days will take us to Summit Lake, where we will be at the Continental Divide. Pouring rain. We're just about to have some tea, which Corey's cooking for us. Let's have a real look at the culinary delights of a Corey. So Corey, what are you cooking for us this evening, sir?
So this evening we have got minestrone soup boiling away.
The Rat River's character changes at Canoe Landing. Now it's rocky and boulder strewn. From here we have to start lining the canoes up the Rat.
Ooh, that's deep. Okay. Whoop, careful of the holes. And the branches, and the trees, and the mozzies.
Dragging, lining, hauling, murky waters, stumbling, log jams, strainers falling over, getting soaked.
Take your time, man.
Average distance travelled in an hour? 1 mile.
Mozzies. Say when you're happy and I'll push the boat under. It's all yours, I'm afraid. I'm going to have to get in first.
Okay.
No, in fact, you get in, I can hold it for you.
No, I've got.
Go on, you can get in. And hold on to the tree. You in? Look at that. That is what it's all about. Look at those mountains. This is the campsite for tonight. We're in spitting distance. There he is, hey Corey. Spitting distance up that glen there of the Summit Lake. Tonight we're in this amazing situation. I think we're the luckiest people alive right now. Isn't this beautiful?
Lost rats. Downstream navigation is reasonably easy. Upstream, we choose the largest river branch when we hit a confluence. On the Rat River, this would prove to be a mistake, which we only realise when we hit the snowpack and the alarm bells begin to ring. We find ourselves in a river valley between high summits. We headed back downstream and eventually find the correct river junction where 3 rivers meet. Luckily, an elder in Fort McPherson had mentioned something in passing about this tiny little opening, or what we might never have found the right route.
Okay, so here we are on the top of the upper Rat, and we're now on our 3rd beaver dam to get across. Phenomenal constructions all the way. We're going to have to struggle to get over this one though, it's quite a biggie.
Wildlife. The most prolific wildlife is of course the mosquitoes. Yet most of our campsites have footprints of moose, wolf and bear. We see a number of moose, one well-fed grizzly, and a young wolf who is running along the base of a section of cliff about 50 metres away.
This is last night's campsite. It's normally frequented by Canada geese and beavers. Who? What did they do last night, Corey?
Tail slapping tail slapping all night. Couldn't sleep. Tail slapping this morning. Couldn't sleep.
What about those goddamn honkers? Honking at 4 o'clock in the morning to get us off the beach. Let's push for Summit Lake. Today's Portage. All our kit, boat, everything over there, in that direction. Exiting Summit Lake for the 3rd time. This is the real Summit Lake. Wow, look at this place. Look at this place.
Cooking and food. We only use our Whisperlight stove on the high tundra where there is little firewood and the danger of creating a wildfire. Dave is an expert at lighting fires with simple spruce twigs which are abundant. We had hoped to live off the land but only catch 3 Arctic grayling over the entire trip.
So we've caught this amazing grayling, this Arctic grayling with this lovely big dorsal fin. You can see the dorsal fin there. Dave's kindly gutted it, and so I've just got salt and pepper, just rubbing it onto the skin, rubbing the salt and pepper inside and on the other side, and I'm just going to get some lemon, which we have for our pancakes. I'm just going to put some lemon on the inside and on the outside, and we're just going to wrap it up in tin foil, and we're going to stick it on the fire, a few minutes each side, and it'll just steam and cook in there and pick up all those lovely juices. Vegetable soup to start, and then as the main course to go with the fish, we're going to have rice, and we've found some wild chives. We've collected wild chives, so we're going to have rice, wild chives, and a bit of Arctic grayling.
Sounds fabulous. So, later start this morning, due to rain and wind.
Happy with that, you know?
Yeah.
Spend a long time in bed.
11:15, off down the Big Bell.
Climate change. Climate change has happened in this last wilderness. The Gwich'in are suffering now. No salmon swim in their rivers. Instead, the government gives them tinned salmon which they simply feed to their dogs. Thawed permafrost causes mega slumps. This has led to large areas of landslides. The river fills with silt, encouraging more willow and more mosquitoes. The silt changes the river health, making it difficult for invertebrates and plants to live. It reduces the fish population. Wildfires start earlier in the season. Wildfires which now burn for months and months. After welcoming us, all the locals ask us, "Have you seen the caribou?" Old Crow is a settlement built on the original caribou migration route. Now, the caribou migration has moved. Caribous aren't here anymore. The salmon don't swim in the rivers anymore. The winds of the Porcupine. We head down the Little Bell River onto the Porcupine, part of the Yukon catchment.
I'm not convinced this camera actually picks up half the reality.
We estimate it's only about 2 weeks until we reach the isolated settlement of Old Crow.
So we're in the Whitecaps again, the wind's dead ahead of us. Must be a force 3-4. And we are paddling into it. Oh, another 90 miles to go to Old Crow. We love it, Corey, don't we? Hey! I hope the camera's picking this up.
After the hell of dragging, pulling and lining our canoe up the Rat River, we're looking forward to paddling with the current again. We encounter more beaver dams, some as high as 8 feet, which we have to get the canoe over. Finally, the river widens as the weather deteriorates. Hopefully it's only a week now until Old Crow. We have force 4 to 5 headwinds. We travel at 1 to 2 kilometers per hour. We need to get out of the wind and the rain.
That can't be sustained, Corey. How far away was Fort McPherson? 3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks away.
So 3 weeks that way, it's Fort McPherson. 3 days that way is Old Crow. That's where we're going. What a beautiful day. This is our campsite from last night. Another sandbar on the side of the river. But this time, it's the Porcupine River. And we're getting faster, trying to catch up with Corey. It's disappeared from camera. Morning, Corey!
Hitch a ride. 60 kilometers from Old Crow we hear a boat. Our first humans for 3 weeks are heading upstream to hunt. They're looking for caribou or moose. We chat with Robert and Clifford. We keep paddling into the headwind. Robert and Clifford pass us again late afternoon. They stop for a chat. We ask to hitch a lift into Old Crow. An amazing 1 hour trip later we're in Old Crow, the Van Tut National Park north of the Arctic Circle.
Fucking hell, terrible.
Unpeeled the journey. 1,500 kilometres of canoeing the Peel and Yukon River catchments. An immense and beautiful journey. A journey of a lifetime through the Canadian wilderness where we've seen wolves, grizzly, travelled through places where few humans have been and met some remarkable and hospitable people along the way.
So Dave, tell us what you're celebrating today.
Mate, this is to celebrate our completion of the Peel watershed descent. 1,000 miles. Open boats. 6 weeks. A week in a Gwitchin camp. A few days in another Gwitchin camp. Oh, and of course, our own little arrow. Now holding pride of place.
When was the last time you had an alcoholic beverage, Dave?
That would be 7 weeks ago, Corey Jones.
7 weeks since you had a wee tipple. Well, here we go.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, what an awesome achievement, Mr. Crosby.
Likewise.
And let's do it all again.
Indeed. Let's have a couple of years rest now. Cheers.
Cheers, Dave.